Qualifying has finished for the 2021 Spanish Grand Prix at Barcelona. Lewis Hamilton is on pole position once again, and I believe he set a 1 minute 16.741, and it was a really close session. But again, like Portugal a week ago, a bit of an anticlimax. The final runs in qualifying weren't actually that great and no big improvements, but Hamilton secured pole by less than half a tenth over Max Verstappen. Bottas is in P3, and yeah, pretty much the standard front three we've been seeing all season long so far. Now for this one, as always, we're going to try and beat the pole time, and I'm feeling pretty excited about it because this year, of course, Spain has a slightly modified turn 10, so we're going to use the outer version of that in Assetto Corsa here today. Of course, the old version back in the day. You'll see what I mean when we hit the track. But having said that, before we jump into it, we've currently got a 2-1 advantage. So we beat the pole time in Bahrain. We also beat it in Portugal. We didn't do it in Imola. So we're going to see if we can make that 3-1 here today, or we're going to struggle and it's going to be 2-2. So it's going to be interesting. As always, this is on Assetto Corsa. I'll leave the mods linked down below, guys, in the description. So if you have the game, test it out for yourselves, have a bit of fun with it, and we're going to see if we can beat the pole time. I'll leave the laps on screen right now of pretty much the entire qualifying to kind of aim as references, and we're going to also use the accurate tyres as well in terms of allocation compound. So hopefully you guys are excited for it. If you are, leave a like, subscribe for more daily F1 content, guys, and let's jump into it. Okay, here we are then in the simulator, as you can see, at Barcelona, and driving in the Mercedes W12, aka the Racing Studio 2021 car with a custom livery skin. As always, I'll leave the mods link down below, and yeah, we're going to see if we can beat it. We're going to start off with just the default setup basically, and then we're going to start working on the car to try and get it in the right window. So let's see what happens. Okay, so as we leave the pits, we're going to just quickly have a little chat about qualifying while I do the out lap, and then we'll get doing the actual lap time. So the qualifying itself, good fun. I really enjoyed it. I thought there's a few standout performers. Leclerc P4 for Ferrari goes to show their pace is pretty good. They've definitely taken a step forward this year. I thought Mick Schumacher was quite impressive as well, out qualifying Nicholas Latifi, and only 2/10 off Kimi Raikkonen in the Alpha. So a very strong performance from the young German. And then of course Lewis Hamilton, the man himself, 100 pole positions. You know, Verstappen again, he kind of threw pole away in the last two races. Did he throw it away again today? I'm not so sure. It did feel like Mercedes had a bit of a better advantage pace-wise this weekend. Barcelona has been their circuit for the last 7 years or so, pretty much the entire hybrid era, so it doesn't entirely surprise me. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see what happens as we approach the new turn 10. So obviously in this mod we don't have that quite, so we're going to use with the original track, the outer version, which is this one here, and it'll be a pretty similar one. It might be slightly slower because it's a bit wider and it takes a bit longer to get all the way through, so it's going to be an extra challenge in terms of trying to beat the pole time, having to go that wide. But anyway, let's go for a lap here. So we're going to put in some pretty decent engine modes, and we're going to see what happens. The brake bias has already been adjusted, so we're good to go. All right, let's give it some welly, and let's see what happens as the back end snaps on me completely. I can already tell I'm going to have to do some setup work because there's not a lot of grip. Car feels pretty much on ice. We're running the C3 compound, so here we go. Track guide time. Turn 1, 4th gear corner, quite a bit of understeer. Turn 2 should be flat through there, but not quite just yet. Turn 3, absolutely flat out through here, no issues whatsoever. As we now enter turn 4, braking at the final white line, down to 4th gear, early apex, let the car run wide on the exit as we then bring the car to the right for turn 5. Attack the apex early as the track drops downhill on the power, using all the runoff as we head towards 7 and 8. Early apex again, trying to be aggressive over those curbs, and now up towards turn 9. Quite a big lift in these cars compared to real life. They're flat through there, so definitely going to have to work on the setup. Not quite sure where to brake for this longer hairpin, so we're going to just see what happens as we kind of brake mid-corner. That seemed to work okay. Taking a nice wide line through here to open up the right. And now into the final part of the lap, just trying to feed the car through here as the track drops downhill. Bit of a lock up on the left front through there. The back end trying to snap away from me. Just losing grip and struggling for car performance towards the end of the lap. But here we go, up to the start finish. And it's going to be a 120.5. Ooh, that's a big deficit. We're a long way away. This could be a challenge, this one. We might not beat the time already. That's 4 seconds. That's a lot to find. Right, I'm going to put some setup work on and see what happens. Well, I've made quite a few adjustments to the setup, and anything more than this now, we're going to have to really delve into the complexities of it. So I've added on a bit more rear wing to kind of give myself a bit more performance. Brake bias towards the rear, fuel has been reduced considerably, and we're going to see how this works. Hopefully the car should be a bit more balanced, and in terms of, you know, understeer and oversteer, so that we can push the car a bit more. So let's see, hopefully the work on the aero has paid off. DRS wide open, down towards the first corner. Going to be a lot more concentrated this lap. Let's see if we can improve. That was better already, carrying a lot more speed through there, a lot more commitment. Didn't quite catch the apex at turn 3, but that's okay. First sector should be better. A bit wide through there as we're a 10th up. Completely ran wide out of the apex, downhill now. Trying to get that early apex there, a little bit too much as we hit the inside curb. Let's see if I can keep pushing. The understeer through there, my goodness me. Turn 9. Not quite flat yet, still lacking a bit of performance there. I'll have to work on the front wing. Now through the hairpin. It's not a good improvement so far this lap, it's not what I expected. Let's try and see if we can have a strong final sector. It was quite scruffy last time. Trying to carry all the speed through here. A bit too wide, overcommitted through there. Yeah, car still isn't really working for me here. Struggling for balance. Across the line though, and it's going to be a 19.9, so we do still find a fair amount in the final sector. Below a 120, but we are going to have to go to the complexities of setup to really find some time here. Okay, for this lap we're going to go all out with the hot lap mode. This is maximum power now, and a bit more aggressive on the setup. I've reduced the ride heights, the fuel is as low as it can possibly go. So let's see what happens then. DRS open. This lap needs to be a solid improvement, otherwise I don't think we're getting anywhere near the lap. Here we go. Full focus. Back end wanting to twitch away. I've put a bit more front wing on for a bit more rotation at the expense of a bit more of an unstable rear end, so we're going to have to work hard here. Oh, a bit of understeer through there. Just carrying a bit too much corner entry speed. So far so good though, stay off that inside curb. Good minimum speed through there. Let's see if I can improve for this one. A little bit too early on the downshift there, but we keep a nice tidy line. Almost flat through there, still lifting a little bit into the hairpin. A little bit wide. Oh, car snaps. That's not good. Let's try and keep pushing though. Really having to concentrate now. This section is so slow, I'm really struggling to get any kind of mechanical grip through there. The exit wasn't that bad though this time. Up to the line. 19.0. Okay, so let's just say for the sake of it as a high 18, we're still north of 2 seconds, more than 2 seconds away. So I think we're going to struggle with this one, boys. I'm going to be honest. I'll have a little look online, see if I can find a setup or something, but this could be a GG for us. Oh my god. The car is so poor through there. Jeez Louise. Oh boy, this is getting annoying already. It's a small improvement. It was a very scruffy lap though. But we're within 2 seconds now. Okay, another small improvement. 18.0. We're slowly getting there. I think I'm going to try one more, and then whatever my next lap is, that's going to be it. But we're getting a bit closer now with that lap. Okay, there we go. I'll take that. That's a pretty clean lap and pretty much the best I can do. If I just quickly check my phone real quick, I'm pretty sure that lap would have given me P9 on the real life grid. So there you go. That is it for this one here today. And unfortunately, we failed. I could not beat the pole time. I'm not even close. I could probably go for a softer set of C4 or C5 tyres, but realistically, that's irrelevant to the challenge. So we're trying to keep the tyres the same. So yeah, in the end, P9 for us in the Spanish Grand Prix in real life, and about 1.3 seconds off pole. Just under 1.3 actually, 1.2-ish. So yeah, that is it. Nonetheless, guys, if you enjoyed the video, then feel free to leave a like. It really helps me out, and hopefully you guys enjoy this and you want to see more of these types of videos. Subscribe for daily F1 content on my channel as always, and like I said at the start, the links to the mods used in this video will be linked down below in the description, so go check it out and give it a go and let me know what you think. As always, a big shout out to the members for supporting the content. I really appreciate you guys, and if you haven't done so already, check out the 2 videos on screen if you have missed them. But that's it from me here today, and I'll see you guys next time for the Monaco Grand Prix.